So some sad news out of the bodybuilding world. IFBB Pro Doug Fruchey is gone. He passed away. Bison Tries reported on their Instagram, and apparently it was confirmed by his wife, Carly. I knew Doug. I- He came on my show several times. He came on my show when I was on the Muscular Development channel several times. And as a matter of fact, we did one episode together where we talked about people who come from an addictive lifestyle and change their life through bodybuilding. It was Doug, Danny Broadhurst, and Nicole Sullivan, who was an IFBB Pro figure. And they talked about the transition and how you're trading from a bad addiction to a good addiction, the dopamine levels that are similar when you're working out, and so on and so forth. And it gives you structure and it gives you control. This is pretty sad because this is the first time somebody in the bodybuilding world died, and I knew directly. Like we would message on Instagram, and the first time he came on my channel, it was like it was before it was before I had the actual bodybuilding channel. It was when I was doing like the variety channel. And I messaged him and he came on right away and we had a great conversation. And he was an incredible student of bodybuilding. He moved to LA so that he could work at Gold's Gym and learn from the best guys like Charles Glass. And he grew up in uh, New Mexico. I think he was born in Texas, grew up in New Mexico. But then he kind of found some social media fame when he was on Soft White Underbelly. If any of you have not seen the interview with Doug on Soft White Underbelly, go and watch it because he goes into depth about his past, which seems really, really sad. His father left when he was 2. His mom was married 5 times, although he remained very close to his mother and his sister. And he talked about his addiction. He talked about how he started doing drugs in high school. And he spoke about when he went into the army after high school, and they kicked him out because he failed the drug test. And then in his early 20s, he was addicted to cocaine and meth. Talked about how he was arrested several times. And he said 2 things on that interview that really moved me. The first one was he said he only knew his father for 2 years and he thought about him every day for the rest of his life, which proves to me how important a father figure is in your life. And they talked about how it's very possible if his father was a stable man in a home that he might have not had these issues. Then the other thing that was very moving in the interview that he did on Soft White on the Belly was he was in prison, sitting in a cell, looking out the window, and his mother had wrote him a note, and the note said, "I'll be always be here for you, but I can't help you until you get yourself clean and sober. When you get yourself clean and sober, then you could come home and we could work it out." And that's the first time he realized that he's all alone, and if he doesn't do something about this, he's it's only downhill from there. So he did clean himself up, and he did find bodybuilding. And the several times I had him on my show, he seemed very happy. He was very happy. He was with his wife. He was very happy with his life. He was competing. I met him at the New York Pro in 2023. He gave me a big hug. His wife seemed like the sweetest person. But June is mental health month. And I know this is a little different, but I think it ties into the same. Supposedly, Doug had overdosed. But these things fly under the radar for men. Nobody really talks about the issues with mental illness and drug abuse and self-deletion and whatnot for men. And we need to really start looking into the problem. if there's people out there that need help, please get help because Doug Doug was on the road to being a great trainer. He had bodybuilding knowledge that I learned from. The guy was incredibly smart when it came to biology, chemistry, the training, the anabolics, the supplementation, and he was a good bodybuilder. He was 6 foot tall. He was 300 pounds. He was a good bodybuilder. So please, if anybody out there really is struggling, get help because there are loved ones that need you. And my heart goes out to his wife, his mom, whatever family. I believe he has a sister. I'm assuming his wife, his mother is still alive. I apologize. Um, so my heart goes out to his family, and he will be missed. And we'll talk about him on Muscle Talk this week. But man, that really sucks. So Doug Fruchey, rest in peace, brother, and we'll be hitting the gym, and I'll be thinking about you, man. All right, take care.